Welcome to YouTube exclusive Jalen Jacoby content. Every once in a while, we'll put up videos that are exclusive to you, our YouTube audience. And Jalen, we always say we don't like to get into the MVP conversation too early, but it's about that time right now. And LeBron James' injury has changed everything. Joel Embiid injured and out. LeBron James injured and out. That just changes everything. Look at these odds from the Caesars Sportsbook by William Hill. What do you think about this field of contenders for the MVP trophy?
And someone else that's out was my favorite entering the season, and that was Kevin Durant.
Good point.
When you look at these odds, it's going to base a lot on where these teams fare in their conferences. And so for a player like James Harden, he's going to be ascending, depending on if KD's in or out, depending on if Kyrie's in or out. And he's been terrific, not only scoring the ball, being more efficient, but obviously dropping dimes and flirting with triple doubles. But Giannis, I believe, is going to be the guy that is in pole position to get it done if they get the number one seed and his numbers mirror what he's done the last couple of seasons. Plus, he's added a better passing attack to his offensive repertoire, and he's flirting with triple doubles. I like how the Joker right now has the top odds, and I understand why. But that's, again, going to be based on where the Nuggets finish, not necessarily on his stats, because his numbers are just as gaudy as anybody else, and they will continue to be. And lastly, when we have this conversation, we're not going to show highlights of Kawhi Leonard, but the Clippers could have the number one seed, and his numbers are terrific, and he's still a lockdown defender. So it's going to be fast and furious to see who gets it. Injury has determined, however, I believe, that LeBron James and or Joel Embiid will not win the trophy at this point.
I cannot remember in my lifetime this deep into a season where there are literally 10 people that could potentially win MVP. And I think you hit the nail on the head when you said this. It really depends on team success at this point. Because if you look at someone like Dame Lillard, if Dame Lillard can climb his Blazers up in the Western Conference standings to a 2-seed or a 3-seed, you could see him be the front runner for MVP. You mentioned the Nets. If the Nets are clearly in front of the 76ers, who are likely going to struggle without Joel Embiid, then he becomes more into the conversation. But Mr. Rose, you have a vote. Could you vote for James Harden as the most valuable player, given what happened for the first month of the season while he was in Houston?
Well, he would just have to continue to play the way he's playing to be in the conversation. Because while that is 9 games, there are also 9 times this year where other great players are going to struggle and not have bad games, and their teams are going to struggle. So I look at the totality of the work, and from beginning to end right now, excluding the players with injury, I would have to say Giannis, when I have the remote control in my hand, has been the most valuable. I say Dame Lillard, from beginning to end, has been second. And then without LeBron, without Embiid, James Harden probably is third, along with the Joker. I'll split the vote at that point.
The stretch mark 5? You have the stretch mark 5 at 4th on your list right now?
He's in the conversation, but it depends on team success. If they're able to climb, as you mentioned, then he'll move a little bit higher on that index.
I will always have a soft spot for slow, fancy passing, big white dudes that kind of look out of shape. That is my game. Exactly. You can always get exclusive content right here on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to our podcast where there's always exclusive content there. And we're on ESPN every Monday through Friday at 2 p.m.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.